national anthem of Great Britain. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Spain.
So our two finalists, the anthems of Great Britain and Spain. One of those anthems we'll be hearing again at the medal presentation ceremony a little bit later on. But which one will it be? So difficult to split these sides, so difficult to decide which side has an edge. There is the Great Britain lineup. Say no, number 6, Wendy Martin, suspended. But look out for Sara Kempson, scored 2 stunning goals in the semi-final victory over Brazil, winning. Great Britain were up against it for a lot of that semi-final, but showed great character to grab a late winner. Spain themselves were pushed all the way by Russia in their semi-final. That was just 24 hours ago, just over. What can these sides do tonight? Who's going to make the more positive start? 3 periods of 12 minutes each. Spain's lineup full of talent. 2016 Spain were formed, won their first international against Portugal by 4-3. But again, they have goals in them here. Carol Glezer, number 9, has got 5 so far. MELLADO, number 7, is the leading scorer with 6, alongside FRESNEDA, who's also got 6 goals to her name. Really good crowd in again. There aren't too many spare seats around for this one, and you can bet it'll be the same for the men's final. Russia against Brazil a little bit later on this evening. We just saw the Brazilians earlier on take the bronze. The medal ceremony will come up after the men's final, so we'll have the 2 medal ceremonies together. Main referee tonight is Susanna Fiammetta from Italy, Ling Xiao from China. Alongside her, Jean Robles is the 3rd official, while Ibrahim Akbarpour is the timekeeper. Andrea, MIRON and Sara Kempson are the 2 captains. Nice embrace ahead of kick-off. It's all sporting before, it'll be all sporting afterwards, but there will be no quarter left during the next 36 minutes. Christian Mendes is the women's coach, assistant to the men's coach, Joaquin Alonso, who's his assistant for the women's team. A man who's a policeman by trade and a very experienced former international beach soccer player. England in their usual all white, and there's the man who started this women's beach soccer program, Perry Northeast. Man who's extremely proud of what his side have achieved. Works a lot in women's football. Former coach of the Portsmouth women's team. So Spain get us underway in their familiar red. England in their usual white as well. And straight away, An early save for Hannah Houghton, who was a real hero in that semi-final. Spain starting with a good attacking intent. Houghton made a stunning save towards the end of that semi-final. Kempson right across the face of goal. So chances in the early seconds at either end. It was the danger girl FRESNEDA with a shot. Here's Sara, just trod on the ball. Kempson just bundled off the ball by FRESNEDA, so that will be a free kick to Great Britain. And it's worth remembering when Great Britain qualified, they qualified as England, so it is effectively an England team. All the players play for England, but because England don't have a specific Olympic association, they're under the Great Britain flag here. And they're going home with at least a silver medal, so a fantastic achievement. But having seen them and the way they've applied themselves over the last 4 days, they will want the gold medal, you can be sure of that, as will their opponents. It's the youngster Laia who started in goal, the 18-year-old for Spain. And straight away she has to deal with a shot from Sarah Kempson, who scored from further out than this in the semi-final. Here's Kempson, oh, tipped over by Laia. She can shoot from anywhere, Sarah Kempson, the England captain. It was a stunning goal, 2 of them in that 6-5 win over Brazil in the semi-finals. It's helped away by Carla. Katie James, who missed the semi-final, sat in the stand with Hannah Short just to our right, and I think they must have bitten their nails down. It was so nervous towards the end, and they were kicking every ball literally with their teammates. And as soon as that full-time hooter went, they raced down to celebrate on the pitch. Andrea MIRON, the Spanish captain. Sara. Aimed towards Carla. Bazan just lost it for a second. FRESNEDA wins the corner off Katie James. FRESNEDA looking to take the corner. Andrea MIRON in the middle, tried to stab that goalwards. Good defending by Great Britain. Here's Carla. Got the shot in, blocked by Hillier. Another long-range shot, away by Short. The Spanish ball. Can opt to throw or kick the ball in. Bazan saw a little bit of the ball there. Sarah showed too much of it, might get a shot here. Sarah blocked away by Short once again, and off the back of James. Still not out, FRESNEDA, good save. Hannah Houghton. Lots of the England teams, or Great Britain's teams, friends and family in the main grandstand, cheering them on as they have been throughout the whole of this tournament. Great Britain started with a narrow 5-4 win over Paraguay, beat the USA, beat Russia, and then beat Brazil in the semi-final 6-5 to put their place in the final. 100% record for Spain too. Some big wins, 9-1 against Mexico, 10-2 against Cape Verde. They beat Brazil 6-3 before that narrow 1-goal advantage over the Russians in the semi-final. So it's an England corner. It'll be taken by Nadine Bazan. Back in by Molly Clark. Now to play for an England corner. Some early pressure on Laia's goal. Went for goal herself. Laia just pushed that one away. It's gone for another corner, I think. Just crossed the byline before the ball was cleared. So another England corner. Trying to keep the pressure on. 2 players going in different directions. Away by Carla. Perry North East, the coach knows most of these players. He's either coached them during his time at Portsmouth or within the FA programme. Hannah Houghton is the Portsmouth goalkeeper currently. Let's say some stunning saves in that semi-final. Good ball in, Andrea MIRON plucked out of the air by the goalkeeper. Now Rebecca Barron. Sara's header. Hillier going in for the challenge, but FRESNEDA just got there first. Hannah Houghton down quickly again. It's been a fairly frantic start in the opening 4 minutes here. Still goalless in the gold medal match. It's the ANOC World Beach Games, the inaugural edition 2019. And this effectively is the World Cup of beach soccer for women. There is no separate event, unlike the men, who will Go to Paraguay in less than a month's time. Clark with a second chance to take the corner. Katie James, the furthest player back on the halfway line. Just one inside the area, that's Barron. Just 4 outfield players, don't forget. Everybody back first base. Sara. Vaulted by James and by Bazan. Oh, she's done well, held the ball up well there, good strength. Andrea MIRON gives the ball away, and a real chance for Molly Clark, but couldn't find any power to test the goalkeeper. Hesse. Well played by Kempson, just holding off Hesse, and still going. It is very difficult to dribble on sand. She did really well there, Sarah Kempson, to keep that ball under control. Clark. Kempson still there with her. Now Clark with a chance. And in beyond Laia, and Great Britain have the opening goal of the game. Molly Clark, who scored a wonderful overhead kick against the Czech Republic last year. Shortlisted for Best Goal of the Year and shortlisted for World Player of the Year. Gets Great Britain's opening goal in the final. Turned away, got away from Andrea MIRON, and had enough on the shot to beat Laia into the bottom corner. So Great Britain lead with 6:44 to go in the first period. Shipped up for MELLADO. Straight into the netting behind the goal. Ball down to Kempson. Great Britain won their first trophy in 2017, the Women's Euro Beach Soccer Cup. It's away by Shaw. Back in again and into the bottom corner. Rooted to the spot, the goalkeeper Lorena levels things up. So Great Britain led for less than a minute. Hannah Horton rooted to the spot. Spain weren't behind for long. Lorena gets her first goal of the tournament. Just in off the foot of the post. Goalkeeper wouldn't have reached it, even if she'd have seen it coming through the crowd. Very well placed by Lorena. And the Bachelor of Sports Science gets the equalising goal. James. Just off the outside of her foot. They did take a deflection, so it will be a corner. James. Stabbed out wide by Short, in again by Bazan. Well saved by the legs of Laia. Good pressure for Great Britain. Flick header from Clark. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Now Hesse. A really good pace about the game in the early minutes. We've played over half the first period already. It's really flown by. Clark. Bazan. Good ball, just spreading the play out to Hannah Shaw. Something you'll see a lot of players just flicking the ball up and shooting from a long way out. Shot blocked by Clark. Oh, it's not, it's looped in. And would you believe it, it's Lorena again who gets her second. So she waited 4 matches to get her first, or 5 matches to get her first goal of the tournament, and 2 come in quick succession. Lorena, who says she's in love with dreams that are achieved with effort, which is one of the reasons she plays beach football, because of the efforts exerted, and she's getting her rewards. It was a placed finish. Again, Hannah Horton watched it but couldn't get near it, and Spain, from being a goal down, now lead by 2-1. James drives it goalwards, but much too high that time. Back with Laia, balled out towards Lorena. James forced to check back, goes back to her goalkeeper. Hillier in space over on the far side. For a bit of movement in the centre, Gemma Hillier chips it up towards that back post area. Back in again by Barron, and off the legs of the goalkeeper for another corner. So Great Britain straight away putting Spanish defence back under pressure. It's driven straight into the arms of Laia. Carol Glaise to challenge Katie James, another player that plays for Portsmouth. It's in the 11-a-side version of the game. Takes a deflection, Hannah Horton makes the block. Half-hearted appeals for a handball there from Spain, given though. Kempson, Hillier, back to goal at the moment, holding off the attentions of two Spanish defenders, and then she's penalised for just trapping the ball between her feet. So free kick to Spain. It's your first time watching beach soccer. Don't forget the free kicks go unopposed, so the players will have to stand outside an imaginary line that's basically drawn from the ball to each corner flag. We do see lots of fairly spectacular goals. We saw a brilliant one from Sarah Kempson in the semi-final from virtually on her own goal line. This will be Sara, scored against Mexico, to have a chance, or have a go rather, against Hannah Horton. It's on target. It's a good safe pair of hands by the Great Britain goalkeeper. These two did meet in qualifying for this tournament. 5-all draw after extra time. England won it 1-0 on penalties. England lost their opening match against the Czech Republic, beat Switzerland and Russia to make sure they qualified for this tournament. Away by James. Hillier on the chase. Sara quickly across, back to her goalkeeper. FRESNEDA, turns away and finds space. FRESNEDA! Into the bottom corner. And that is why she's so dangerous for Spain. She's such a handful. Great movement to turn away from the defenders and back across Hannah Horton, who is out of position. And FRESNEDA gets her 7th goal of the tournament. Wanted to be a dancer when she was younger. That was a fantastic pirouette almost to play her into that bottom corner. And Spain now lead by 3-1 with 3:33 to go in the first period. Really good finish. So England have to, Great Britain rather, I keep saying England. It's confusing the fact they qualified as England, but here they are, Great Britain. Short. Well blocked by Carla. Clark drives that into the legs of FRESNEDA. Great Britain won't want to concede another goal at this early stage of the game. A real tussle going on. It's Kempson who's come away with the ball. Sara challenging her. She's managed to get free. It's a heavy touch though. Andrea MIRON will set Spain moving forward once again. Oh, that'll be a foul. Oh no, Sara's back to her feet. Play continues. On the overhead. Spain have a corner. So leading by 3-1. Lorena with a couple. FRESNEDA cancelling out Clark's early opener for Great Britain. Carla. Away by Kempson. Still got the ball, Kempson. Now she plays the ball back into the Spain half of the field. Sara gets there first ahead of Gemma Hillier. The runners-up in the last 2 Euro Beach Soccer Cup finals, Spain, beaten by Russia on both occasions. They got their own back in the semi-finals here, beating the Russians by 3-2. Great Britain ball. Down towards short, catches Carla. And that's going to be the first yellow card of the game. Hannah Short, who picked up those 2 yellow cards in the group stage, which saw her miss the semi-final, has another yellow card to her name, so 3 in total. Yellow cards were wiped out after the group stage, so anybody booked in the semi-final with a yellow card wouldn't have missed the final or the bronze medal match. It's a clumsy challenge, really. And Great Britain just struggling to contain Spain at the moment in these early stages. So inside the final 2 minutes of the first period. Hesse, the lady born in Murcia, over the free kick, but too high. Didn't get the dip on it needed to fully test Hannah Houghton at the end. Goes out off Hesse, so it'll be a Great Britain throw. Katie James over on that far side. Good movement by Nadine Bazan. Good overhead. Oh, drops just wide, goes out of play for a goal kick. And Brazil beat Russia in the bronze medal match a little bit earlier on by 4-3. Italy beat Iran in the men's gold medal match, bronze medal match rather. And after this we've got Russia-Brazil in the men's gold match as well, which should be a thrilling match. Brazil have been free scoring, as you would imagine, the #1 team in the world. Can Russia halt their progress towards the gold medal? It will be revealed. That's Lorena. Back to Carol Glass. There's a shot from distance, he bounces up off the sand and just out of the reach of Hannah Houghton. Fortunately, he'd had too much on it and went wide of the post. Always a danger when the ball's on the ground in this sport. Can go anywhere. Great shot from the England goalkeeper. Scored a late winner to beat Paraguay, Hannah Houghton. Oh, here's Hesse in front of goal. Just got the ball caught under her feet, and now Katie James might be able to make something of this. Stabbed out by Andrea MIRON. It'll be an England throw. Great Britain throw. Final couple of seconds of the first period. Stabbed by Lorena, but out of play, and the clock will tick down. And there goes the hooter at the end of an entertaining first period in the gold medal match. Molly Clark put Great Britain in front early on, but it was cancelled out by Lorena, her first goal of the tournament. A second quickly followed from Lorena before FRESNEDA made it 3 at the end of the first period. It's Great Britain 1, Spain 3.
This whole section right here. When I say everybody stand up and raise your hands up and scream as loud as you can. All of you, this section, okay? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, everybody stand up, come on now! Hey! Let me go one more time. As loud as you can. And you're gonna stand up, okay? You gotta stand up. One more time, here we go. 1, 2, 3! Okay, now we're doing wave. We start from their section, we do the wave, all the way until the other side, and come back to you. We do it fast. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, wave! Come on now. Let's go! Round, B section. Come on, everybody, let's go. And this side. Come on, everybody, stand up. And stop. Okay, now, let's slow. Now we do it slow. Very slow. 1, 2, 3. Slow. Very, very slow. Oh. There you go. And up. And down. And up. VIP section up. Very slow. Very good. And this side. And up and slow. And fast. 1, 2, 3, go! Go, come on now. And you have to scream, you have to shout. Come on, you have to scream. One more time, come on. Hey! Woo! Come on, VIP, you gotta raise it up. And one last round. Come on, one last. You got 3. Let's go! Woo! Amazing. You guys are the best. Thank you. See you later. Hey, what was you got? Wait. You got one on that one? Yeah. I'll give it back to you. Yeah, I'll give it back to you. Yeah, I'll give it tomorrow. Now.
Well, it is the Spanish fans that are happier after the first period. 3-1 Spain lead. Not too many spare seats in the beach soccer arena now. So the 2 gold medal matches. Very pleasant evening here in Qatar. Temperature's still up around the late 20s, early 30s degrees. Very humid tonight as well. And both teams back out on the pitch for the second period. Quite interesting watching Perry Northeast, the Great Britain coach there, just talking to his team. He's a very meticulous man. He knows exactly what he wants from his team. Probably feels he didn't quite get the tactics role, won't quite get right what he wanted in that first period. Let's see what they can do in the second. So Great Britain kicking from right to left, all in white. And straight away Sarah Kempson has a shot charged down by Sara. Need a bit of Sarah Kempson magic from long range, the way things are looking at the moment. Chip forward by Hannah Hort, goes out off Andrea MIRON for a Great Britain corner. First corner of the second period. There's James, drives in the shot but bobbles harmlessly wide. Spain have changed their goalkeeper at the start of the second period. It's the more experienced Laura, who, like her opposite numbers, already scored in this competition. Scored a great goal in the win over Mexico. 29 years of age, unlike Laia, who's 11 years her junior. Spanish corner then, start of the second period. Driven right across goal, Carla. Allowed to prevent the overhead kick. You can stand and try and block, but the minute you make contact, you always run the risk of giving away a free kick, which in that sort of position could be quite dangerous. Here's Hort. Now James. Kempson. Closing down really quickly at the moment. Andrea MIRON with the block. Hillier. Ball bouncing awkwardly, and Laura manages to gather before Rebecca Barron can get a touch goalwards. Carol Glass. Sara. They've made 4 appearances as England in the Euro Beach Soccer World Cup. Won in 2017, Great Britain. England finished 4th on their other appearances. Qualified in through these finals in Salute. Top their group to qualify. 5 teams tried to qualify for these tournaments. Great Britain finished top of the group. Katie James, Molly Clark and Gemma Hillier are all on the mark 3 times in qualifying. Here is Katie James. Another one straight at the goalkeeper though. No save of any great note for Laura to make as yet in this second period. 3-1 Spain lead. Spain finished at the top of their group in qualifying for the semi-finals. 9 points out of their 3 matches. Just ahead of Brazil. Great Britain also a 100% record, so one of those records is going to go tonight. And the quest for a gold medal. James forced back towards her own goal by Andrea MIRON. She's in a bit of trouble here because she's got Sara just inside, doesn't manage eventually to get the ball back to Hannah Hort. Closing down by Spain. Balled out to Molly Clark. Scored Great Britain goal. Now she's going to look for the overhead. Goes out off Carla. But it doesn't go out off Carla, it's a Spain ball. There's a shot from Katie James a moment ago that just took a slight deflection on its way through to Laura. It's Carla. I told you yesterday about a young British athlete who was supposed to be here, Sky Brown, the 11-year-old skateboarder. But unfortunately, she was unable to compete after some prior educational commitments. Skateboarding and bouldering, two of the events that will be in Tokyo next year that are featured here in Qatar this week. It's been a fantastically well-run tournament. We've had good crowds across all the events. And it's all coming to a conclusion today before the closing ceremony tomorrow. I'm sure everybody that's been involved will hail these inaugural ANOC World Beach Games a raging success. Ball's back with Hannah Houghton, the Great Britain goalkeeper. Here's Bazan. Spain just slightly stronger in every department at the moment. Getting blocks in, getting shots in. Frustrating Great Britain. Lorena. She manages to kick the sand before she kicked the ball there, which is why it only bobbled through to Hannah Houghton. Bazan. Hesse. Back to the goalkeeper. Penalty area runs the width of the pitch to a distance of 9 metres from goal. Goalkeeper can handle, as you've seen. Hillier with the overhead. Just the wrong side of the post once again. Really have seen some fantastic overhead kicks in this tournament. Not just the women's, but in the men's as well. Particularly the men's. Gemma Hillier there, who's a former gymnast before she turned footballer, so the acrobatics shouldn't be too much of a problem for her. This is Kempson. Another shot blocked. Away by Carla. No addition to the score at the end of the first period. Spain very much doing a job on Great Britain at the moment. Working hard and frustrating. Still a long way to go though. We're just over 6 minutes gone in the second period. Just over halfway through. There's James. Hillier. Stand back again towards the goalkeeper. James racing forward to try and find herself in space, which he's done. Gets a header, but out of play for a goal kick. Andrea MIRON tracking her all the way. Quick change. Rebecca Barron is now on. Fresh legs. Does sap the energy on this soft sand and the hot and humid conditions as well. Great Britain trailed for much of the match against Brazil before turning it round in the final stages. I wonder if this game is going to follow a similar pattern. Spain coming forward here with FRESNEDA. There's Clark. Barron. She's got to the ball, finds Hillier. That's a free kick to Great Britain. So a chance maybe to try and get back into the game. Carla's not particularly convinced that that's the way the free kick should have gone. Too sure it was that challenge, actually. It might have been the second challenge, although there was a kick by Andrea MIRON and Rebecca Barron, so it will be that's been penalised because it's Rebecca Barron that's going to take the free kick. The player that's fouled always takes the kick. What can she do here? So it's Barron against Laura. Just to get England back to within a Great Britain back to within a goal. Drives it high and tipped over by Laura. Good save by the more experienced of the two Spanish goalkeepers. Kempson comes across to take the corner. Clark cleverly moving away and finding some space. So What a great corner, picked up by Carol Glez. Almost won back by Barron. Carol Glez that went over, no foul. Clark. Andrea Miron's header. Here's Carol Glez in space. Good challenge by Hillier. Hesse. Carol Glez. Good play, Kempson. Here's a chance for Great Britain. Oh, wrong side of the post from Sarah Kempson.
Okay, super fans in house, let's hear once again the fans of España. And the fans of Great Britain.
So still no addition to the score. 3.5 minutes just under to go in the second period. Spain leading Great Britain by 3-1. Here's Hillier. Nice little back heel to Clark. Hillier just ran away from her slightly. It's not quite going the way Great Britain would have wanted at the moment. Perry Northeast on his feet, as is his opposite number, Christian Mendes. Spain haven't really threatened in this second period, to be fair to them. Hannah Horton hasn't had any saves to make as yet. Good bowl out to Hannah Short. Good save by, or good tackle rather, by Carol Glez. Tried to squeeze that in at the near post. Good save again by Laura. Hesse. Fresneda. Or just trod on the ball, and a chance for Great Britain to try and move it away with Nadine Bazan. Just got caught by Lorena. Horton. Looking for Clark. It's too high for Carla. It's also too high for Molly Clark. Molly Clark it is that put Great Britain in front in that first period, but they've had very little to cheer since then in the way of goal-bound chances. James. Good overhead off the top of the crossbar from Katie James. What a chance. Didn't quite dip enough. It would have been some goal had it dropped under the bar. Lorena. Mellado. Lorena, good save, Hannah Horton. Well, she made a couple of stunning saves in the semi-final, and that could be important because it's kept Spain at bay. 3-goal cushion at this stage would be a massive boost to the Spaniards. Shot cut out by Sara. Mellado. Went for the overhead, just wide again. The look on Hannah Horton's face, unable to move, just watching that one crash into the advertising hoardings. Here's the header back, Mellado! Just wide again. Well, Spain have had 3 chances in the last, well, literally a minute to further extend their advantage, and they've not taken any of them. So no wonder Christian Mendes is looking frustrated on the sidelines. 123 beach soccer matches for Spain, and what a vastly experienced man at the helm. Here's Mellado. Back inside again, Hesse. Carol Glez. Good challenge, back to Hannah Horton. 28 seconds to go in the first period. Can Great Britain get themselves a bit of a lifeline? Comes out to Kempson. Trying to weave a way through. Barron. Has to go back to Horton. Needs to let this one go quickly forward. Time started to run out. Horton tries a look into the netting. Behind the goal, though, Laura just watches it comfortably over the bar. So we're 12 minutes away from knowing the destination of the gold medal. At the moment, Spain have a 2-goal advantage. No addition to the scoring in that second period. So it has been a tight-fought game, as we thought. All the goals coming in the first 12 minutes. Molly Clark, Lorena and Fresneda with the goals for Spain. 12 minutes to go before we know who our champions are going to be. At the end of the second, it's Great Britain 1, Spain 3.
Okay, now it's time to make a shot for Linda from Great Britain. Linda, this music is for you. It's time for you to show off. Give it up for Linda. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Okay, Linda, here we go. This music is for you.
So they will toss a coin, of course, for the start of the third period. Andrea MIRON and Sara Kempson, the respective captains. Great Britain have 12 minutes to turn this one around. Spain have to hang on for the same duration to take the gold medal. It's been a really good women's competition. 8 teams started out just 5 days ago. And we're down to the final 2. Paraguay, the USA, Mexico and Cape Verde with the 4 teams knocked out of the group stage. Brazil beat Russia 4-3 in the bronze medal match earlier on. And now these 2 teams, the best 2 teams in the competition, both with a 100% record, have just 12 minutes left of their inaugural ANOC World Beach Games campaign. Great Britain fashioned 32 shots against the Brazilians in the semi-final, 19 of them on target. They trailed for much of that match, and this is following a similar pattern tonight. Laia's back in goal again, the 18-year-old. Hannah Houghton has been I think she's played every minute for Great Britain so far. You do feel a little bit sorry for Charlotte Haynes, the substitute goalkeeper. But Perry North East going with what he believes is the best team to try and win this competition. So Kempson, Clark, Short and James are the 4 starters for Great Britain at the start of this third period. Clark tries to side foot that through. It's Sara. Sara, FRESNEDA, Carla and Andrea MIRON, the captain. The 4 players on at the moment for Spain, but you can bet that will change pretty quickly. Kempson again. 2 captains tussling away. Kempson spins away from Andrea MIRON. It's a good shot. Comes off the head of Carla and goes for a corner. But interesting, if she hadn't got a touch on that, that might have been a test for the goalkeeper. Driven across by James. It'll be another corner off Sara. Spain get the ball away. Kempson opting for the kick-in rather than throwing this time. There's James going in. There's a clash of heads with Sara. So the whistle goes to stop the clock, and both players will need some treatment. Well, quite a hefty collision, that one as well. Yeah, it was a It was the shoulder, I think, of Katie James that caught Sara rather than head-to-head, so hopefully nothing too serious.
Is everybody having a good time? Yeah! Welcome once again to Katara Beach, ladies and gentlemen.
As you can see, there aren't too many empty seats around this arena. Got the what was used as the second beach soccer pitch just across the way, which is being used for handball at the moment. We've got the beach volleyball here in Qatar today as well, so there are lots and lots of people milling around. It really has been a success, I think, in terms of spectator numbers over the last few days. Be interesting to see when all the reports are done and the general consensus of the way the tournament's gone. And of course, you always talk about legacy in these kind of Olympic events and what the legacy is that it will leave behind. The IAAF Athletics World Championships were here just a couple of weeks ago, and well, all building up to a Football World Cup in 2022 as well. So a busy time for this Gulf state. Ball enough to short. Oh, it's a heavy touch. It's also a heavy touch from FRESNEDA. Another wasted opportunity. I think Spain probably know the threat that's posed by Hannah Horton. Every time she gets the ball, she's quickly closed down by whoever the furthest player forward is. Seen a lot of goals by goalkeepers in this tournament. A lot of shots by goalkeepers as well. Laia bowls out to FRESNEDA. Hannah Horton. Bazan. Away by Carla from in front of goal. Now Hesse. Three Great Britain players quickly around her, but what that means is that when the ball goes forward, it's more than likely going to a Spanish player, and it's Andrea MIRON who loops another one off the bar. Well, we've seen the woodwork struck on a number of occasions now by both teams. Clark's ball forward. Bowled out by Laia. It'll go out of play though. Ball too far. Carla unable to put a foot on it. Spain scored 3 in each period in their opening game against Mexico. They only conceded right at the end where Laia let one slip through. It's a pretty dominant performance in their second group game, as we said, against Cape Verde by 10 goals to 2. Great Britain haven't scored as many goals as the Spanish have done, but they've done the job in terms of defensive work. Here's Barron. They did concede 4 against Paraguay, conceded 5 in the semi-finals against Brazil. But they were pretty tight at the back, just 3 goals conceded in the USA and Russia games combined. Kempson. Barron. Shot across goal, it's gone in! Gets the look of the bounce, Rebecca Barron. And Great Britain have a goal back. Well, that's the danger of this sport if you're a goalkeeper. It looked like it was going wide. It's hit the sand and bounced inside that post. And Barron finally gets a goal. It's the first goal since the end of the first period. And it's a goal that gets Great Britain back into the match. Rebecca Barron's first goal of the tournament, and what a time to score it. Laia beaten. Extra time and penalties, don't forget, if it's level after the 36 minutes. Kempson forward. It's not a particularly great ball. Headed away by Clark. was MIRAS that was bundled in. The back play continues. Molly Clark's gone down and stayed down injured. So Great Britain are down to 3 outfield players at the moment, but MIRAS can't take advantage as she lobs the ball out of play. Whistle's gone to stop the clock. Molly Clark might need a bit of treatment here, right in front of the Great Britain bench. Christian Mendes, well, he's virtually kicking every ball with his team at the moment. That's where she went down the first time. No foul was given. That's where Molly Clark picked up the injury. Just took a knock in the ribs. I think it was the way she fell more than anything that just winded Molly Clark. Scored the opening goal of the game. It seems a long time ago that she put Great Britain in front. 7:33 left in the third period. Great Britain left it late against Brazil. Are they going to do the same here, or will Spain prove to be tougher opposition to break down? Laia. MIRAS. Sara. Went down dramatically. The referee not fooled by that. She's going to bounce away from Hillier. MIRAS. James sticking tightly to her. Goes back to Andrea MIRON. Hillier tries to close down, maybe just left a foot in to give away the free kick. So a chance for Andrea MIRON, who we know can strike a ball from that sort of distance, a bit like a opposite number Sarah Kempson. We also know what a good shot stopper Hannah Houghton is. The last thing Great Britain would want at this stage is to go 2 goals behind, having got themselves back into it with that Rebecca Barron goal. Here goes MIRON, wide of the target. Houghton looking for some movement up front. Great Britain just starting to push players a little bit closer to Laia's goal now in the third period. Might leave them exposed at the back. Here's a chance. Good save. And the follow-up ball leaning back, Nadine Bazan. What a chance for Great Britain. They couldn't take it. They may not get many. It's a good play by Katie James again. MIRAS. Off to MIRON. Bazan. Good play by Nadine Bazan. Straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, though. Andrea MIRON stuck out a leg. Katie James goes over, but there's no free kick. So whistle's gone here. Nadine Bazan goes off. Molly Clark comes back on. Great Britain have 5 minutes and 46 seconds to get themselves an equaliser. Here is Clark. Swung forward. She was looking for Kempson, but you can see what she was trying to do, but overhit it. It's Laia. Gets it back from Andrea MIRON. Hesse appealing for handball, which has not been given. Italian referee on this near side, Susanna Fiametta. Back to Hannah Houghton. Here's Kempson. Won the inaugural Beach Soccer Worldwide Women's Player of the Year in 2017, Sarah Kempson. Of course, they're missing Wendy Martin tonight, don't forget, who picked up that red card at the end of this semi-final. She's a big loss for them, the experienced player who made over 160 appearances for Spurs in the 11-a-side game. Well, no foul on MIRAS, and then she's penalised for handball, so it's a free kick to Great Britain. felt she was caught by Katie James. Well, there was a little tug on the arm, but I don't think it was enough to send her tumbling. You can see the referee in the background telling her straight away to get back to her feet. Yang Xiao from China is our other referee on that side. Now, we know how Sarah Kempson can strike a ball. We mentioned it before. If ever Great Britain needed Sarah Kempson to find the top corner, it's now. Similar position to one she scored in the semi-final. She comes, but over the top this time and out of the arena, onto the practice pitch at the back. FRESNEDA, giving away Hillier for the first time shot, but didn't quite wrap her foot around it enough to get any bend on the ball. Really good effort though from Gemma Hillier, great awareness to hit that first time. This is where the nerves start to kick in. This is where Spain particularly will be frightened about making a mistake. There's a lob! Oh, it's off the bar, surely Hillier! Oh, she's missed it! What a chance! Well, it looked for all the world as though Great Britain would equalise, but Gemma Hillier's failed to convert from in front of goal. What a chance. You can see the reaction on the bench as well. Charlotte Haynes, the substitute goalkeeper. Well, it came down, it didn't cross the line, and you'd have put your money on Hillier finishing. Laia went in feet first, and that was enough to just put Hillier off, I think. Well, will Great Britain rue that miss, I wonder, in about 4 minutes' time? Agony on the sidelines. Everybody living the emotions at the moment, kicking every ball with their teammates. James will take the corner. Hillier's in the centre, Kempson at the back post. It's actually been given as a goal kick, I think, rather than a corner after all that. I think that's the right decision. I'm sure Gemma Hillier put the ball out of play. I don't think Laia got a touch. Lorena. Great Britain need to make sure that, well, Spain as well, need to make sure they don't commit silly fouls in the bid to try and get back. Bowled out by Houghton, headed by Carla. Lorena. It's the ball out of play for a throw. It'll be taken quickly by Clark. Back to Houghton. Kempson holding a wide position. Hillier through the centre. James is the furthest player forward at the moment. Another one, Luke Gold. James trying to get in front of Laia. Almost came for Kempson. FRESNEDA just lost her footing. Stabs goalwards. Good save. Hammer Houghton had her body right behind it. Here's James again. Laia comes out, makes the save. James is still there. Needs some support. Can't get the ball up for the overhead. She's got Clark in support. It's an easy header for Lorena. Kempson, little bit of space for Sarah Kempson. Can she finish? It just ran away from her slightly. Spain getting the challenges in and getting the blocks in as well. It is last-ditch defending inside the final 3 minutes. Here's Molly Clark. Low shot, bounces up. Chance for Kempson. Once again, Laia got a body in the way. Kempson on the turn, blocked by Carla. Nervy times for Spain at the back. Well, Great Britain are giving everything at the moment to try and get this equaliser. Clark, oh dear, missed it, kicked it. Here's MIRON. Foot in by Clark again. Carol Glaze closed down quickly. Christian Mendes just been told to go back to his seat by the third referee. He's almost on the pitch at times. Here's Carla. James gets the challenging. Carla looking to get back to her feet. James has done well, gives away the throw. So it's a Spain throw. Carla will take it. Oh, so they're going to have to go for the kick in this time. Looking for the run of Carol Glaze. It's a Great Britain ball. Sure, it'll go back to Hannah Houghton and get her to launch it long towards Laia's goal. Little flick to Clark. Oh, went for the volley. Just kept in play by Bazan. Oh, hooks it over the top and into the netting behind Laia's goal. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. The gold medal is in sight for Spain. But we've seen late drama in plenty of these matches so far. England, Great Britain rather, aren't panicking just yet. Nervous looks on the faces of the Spanish substitutes. Clark, blocked by Sara. Andrea MIRON. FRESNEDA. Andrea MIRON. Kempson did well, gets back, heads it back to Houghton. James is all on her own, away to the side. Laia comes and makes the challenge and gets the ball at the second attempt. So no goals in the second period, just the one in this period so far. That's given away to FRESNEDA. Good save by Houghton, but a free kick given away by Molly Clark for the tug of the shirt on FRESNEDA. And a goal now for Spain. Would win the gold medal. 26 seconds to go. Clark just telling Sara to be quiet, to have a little moan at the referee. Now, can Hannah Houghton kick this one out and get the ball forward in time for another chance for Great Britain? So Hannah Houghton waits. She's made some brilliant saves in the competition so far. FRESNEDA. The angle's a little bit acute. Won't see much of the goal. Driven in, good save by Hannah Houghton. Now needs to let it go quickly. Bowled out to Sarah Kempson. Sara's there with a header. Great Britain have to hurry. Clock still ticking. Clark. Back to Kempson. FRESNEDA comes across, gets the ball out of play once again. 10 seconds to go. It's now or never for Great Britain. Hillier hooked across. James trying to get there and keep the ball in play. Can she get it back into the penalty area? The hoot is going to go, and Spain win the gold medal. Great Britain just coming up short. But it's been a fantastic tournament for Perry North East and his side. Congratulations to Spain and Christian Mendes.